Good morning from Benijo, Tenerife. We're here for one simple reason: to end our hiking holiday with a bang. And what better way to do it than to tackle a loop hike that takes us from coastal villages to broken, sketchy trails past an abandoned hacienda and the lighthouse, down to a wild beach and back up the hard way. We start at a tiny parking spot on the edge of Benijo village. We got here early, it's October, and you only get about 11 hours of daylight. That matters because this is a nearly 20-kilometer loop with over 1400 meters of elevation. We continue along the coast on the road linking Benijo with the hamlet of El Draguillo, and for a while we're right above Benijo Beach. The beach has been officially closed since 2024 due to landslides. Just when we thought that there isn't a single soul on this road besides us, a local man on a motorcycle appears, a pretty clear sign that there is life in El Draguillo. In fact, this road seems to exist mainly as a link between that little hamlet and the rest of the world. And there it is, El Draguillo comes into view after a right turn. It isn't really a village in the usual sense, just a handful of houses scattered on the mountain and not much else. But there's a road, it's not cut off from the world, and that's the most important thing. From here we cross a small wooden bridge and the road turns into a trail, a narrow, sometimes exposed footpath. This is where the real fun begins. It's immediately steep, and before long El Draguillo starts shrinking away in the distance, spread out across the slopes. Suddenly there are steep drops to the left, and we start wondering where the sketchy section is, because from what I found researching this trail, the stretch between El Draguillo and Hacienda Las Palmas can be affected by landslides or rock falls, and that comes with real risks. No, not right here. Go. Really, really, don't stop. Don't stop here.
I want to take a picture.
No. We don't stop here. Because look, everything here is not safe. If you're suffering from vertigo, bring your vertigo pills. There are a lot of exposed areas. Yeah, and I think the sketchy part is still not over yet. Here, basically, there is no trail. The trail is completely covered by the avalanche, so very, 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 very careful here. Very careful. I'll wait for you to get to the other side and then go myself. Yes, this is the real problem here. This is the, yeah, here there is no trail. You saw how it is. There was a huge landslide, an avalanche full of rocks, and it covered the trail. So, and these rocks are really unstable. Sketchy bit successfully dealt with, we're now ready to descend toward Hacienda Las Palmas, which is a ruin. Although from up here it seems that someone may still be doing a bit of agriculture around the place. Anyway, we're not going to invade their privacy, we're interested in the ruins of the former hacienda.
Just throw me a kiss. Don't use my name. Just join in the game.
colorful cliffs put on a vibrant display of Anaga's erosion palette with different types of oxidized minerals showing through. And after crossing two ravines on the way to Las Palmas, we suddenly find ourselves in what can only be described as a cactus orchard. In the past, prickly pear was cultivated here, with the fruit harvested and transported inland by mule or horseback.
Just call me baby. Call me baby. Yeah. Don't hold my hand. Just make me understand.
Here it is, Hacienda Las Palmas. This was a rural estate, active during the 17th century, tied into Tenerife's agricultural economy at the time. People lived and worked here, producing Malvasia wine, once famous across Europe. It was shipped to England and drunk by royalty, aristocrats and writers. Shakespeare literally wrote about it. Canary sack appears in multiple plays. What's left standing is a U-shaped courtyard with dragon trees and several fruit trees, a lime, a guava and a fig. There's even a graft on one of the citrus trees that looks fairly recent, possibly done by the man connected to the property we saw earlier. So there are still people who care about this place. The Malvasia wine terraces are gone, the walls are crumbling and the sense of abandonment hangs in the air. There's no poltergeist at play here, people simply left in search of an easier life elsewhere. But imagine this place full of life, the smell of grapes and guavas, the laughter of children coming back from school along the very same trail we arrived on. Yeah, not easy. Las Palmas even has its own chapel, the Ermita de San Gonzalo, built in 1684. In 2023, the chapel had to be evacuated because of severe structural damage. Several 17th and 18th century artworks were donated to the government and are now being restored elsewhere while the chapel itself continues to crumble. Rumor has it that a long-eared owl now inhabits part of the abandoned hacienda. We haven't seen it. It started raining, and because my Pocket 3 camera is not weatherproof in any way, we turned off everything and had breakfast. It was very good. And now we will continue on the path, having to our left the big Anaga rock. The path keeps climbing and dropping, and we cross several ravines, or barrancos as they are called here, each one thoughtfully marked with a warning sign explaining that yes, you are about to cross a ravine, presumably installed by Captain Obvious. We arrive at a place called Los Orobales on Google Maps, where a troglodyte shelter was built inside a natural volcanic cave. Judging by the smell, it's probably used by goat shepherds, but in the past it was used as a press for trading wine grapes. We notice the path is mostly descending now, and with anticipation building, the Anaga Lighthouse comes into view. Built in 1864, it's the oldest lighthouse in the Canary Islands, and it remains an active aid to navigation to this day. It's only accessible by trail or boat, surrounded by cliffs. The 19th century design and away from the coastal weather kind of make it look like an institution from a first-person horror game. From the lighthouse, a steep winding path goes down to Bermejo Beach, and we can also see Roque Bermejo, a monolith that looks like a shark fin. The beach is rather small, but with soft black sand and gorgeous views. After managing to unglued Cornelia from the pretty black sand and the gentle waves, we have a snack at the little local bar, and with stiff upper lip, we embark on what is undoubtedly the hardest part of the trail, the climb to Chamorga and beyond, and we start by getting roasted.
I am sweating my face off. We have so far 673 meters of elevation. Feeling good, powerful, but hot. I mean really hot.
We're climbing through Barranco de Chamorga, and the views are classic Anaga ravine. Beautiful formations, steep cliffs, caves scattered around the walls, every corner worth a stop and a photograph. This area has quite a number of dragon trees. I've never seen so many in a single place. Soon we arrive at a road and we realize we're entering Chamorga, a village Cornelia has wanted to see since our first visit. But the weather is changing and the earlier sizzling turns into a jungle downpour. We have to pack the cameras and film with the phones. For the following minute, I apologize. I hope the rain would stop and I'd use the cameras again soon, and I thought I was only filming shorts, hence the vertical format.
The palm trees plaza of Chamorga. Yes, it rains. And I don't care. Okay. I don't understand people with raincoats. I mean, it's just water, right? It's just water. This forest is magnificent, but this is rainforest, baby. We're soldiering on. Okay, so we are near the end of the trail. The rain caught us. It was the forest turned into a rainforest, which it should be because it's Anaga, and we couldn't see anything. So I couldn't use the camera. Also, the pocketry stayed in the backpack. But we are near the end. Here is how Playa Benijo looks in this rain. Are very close to the end of the trail and the loop. Yeah, my girl is absolutely soaked.
Don't want to film me.
Of course I do. Nice. All right, so we are at the end. It took a lot longer because we went to the beach. I won't say which one, but we went to the beach and it was absolutely fabulous. And yes, it's evening, it's sunset. We took a lot of photos and the trail was magnificent. By the end, it was about 20 kilometers almost, and with almost 1400 meters of elevation. Demanding, but not impossible to do. For us, it was excellent and finish with a bang our holiday in Tenerife. Tomorrow it will be an easy day. This trail was really something and it meant a lot for us. So with that being said, we can't wait to put together the video and upload it to YouTube for you to see. Maybe click like and subscribe and maybe even share. Yes, thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.